Welcome back, deep divers. Get ready because today we're packing our bags, metaphorically speaking. We're embarking on a really immersive deep dive into a country that, well, often hides in plain sight in Southeast Asia, the Kingdom of Cambodia. It's a land just brimming with ancient mysteries, incredible resilience, and a beauty that will honestly take your breath away. Our mission today: to cut through the noise, distill the most impactful insights from, travel notes, observations, deep research. We want to deliver a really comprehensive understanding that goes way beyond the usual tourist guide stuff. We're going to uncover everything: surprising practicalities that'll save you time, maybe some money, profound historical truths, natural wonders that can leave you speechless. This is Cambodia unpacked. Okay, let's dive deep into this.
Yeah, what's truly fascinating about Cambodia, I think, is how it just encapsulates such a rich, complex story within its borders. It's not just a destination you visit, it's more like an experience. It offers this unique blend of adventure, culture, and a really deep historical resonance. It kind of challenges you to truly engage. So our goal in this deep dive is to equip you with the essential knowledge, that nuanced understanding you need to appreciate its many layers. Whether you're actually planning a trip or maybe you're just curious, keen to expand your worldview about this captivating nation, we'll look at the obvious things, sure, but maybe more importantly, we'll try to uncover those less apparent forces shaping daily life and historical memory there.
Okay, so let's start with something that, well, it consistently surprises modern explorers, something you absolutely need to know before you even think about going. Get this. When you're in Cambodia, you're primarily using US dollars. Sounds weird, right? Counterintuitive. But yeah, street food stalls, hotels, pretty much everywhere, prices are almost universally listed in USD. Makes currency conversion basically a non-issue for most things.
Exactly. It simplifies things in one way.
Right. And the local currency, the Cambodian rial, it exists, of course, but you really only use it for smaller change, stuff under $1. That immediately tells you something about the economy, I think. And speaking of the economy, it's incredibly affordable. I mean, we're talking grabbing a delicious dinner for like $2 or $3 common. You can really stretch your travel budget here.
It makes a huge difference for travelers.
Huge. But here's a crucial, almost like quirky detail, and you really want to remember this one. They are unbelievably particular about the condition of the cash, like really picky. I mean it. They will not accept ripped money. Not even the tiniest little tear you can barely see. I've literally seen crisp $100 bills rejected because of a microscopic corner tear. It's wild.
Wow, that's specific.
That's specific. So before you hand over any cash, any dollars, check your bills meticulously. And for getting around, especially in the cities, you need to download the grab and pass apps. Absolute game changer. And it's not just about convenience, it's about transparency. Fairness. Like, here's a real example. A tuk-tuk from the airport might cost you $20 if you just hail one and, haggle. But that same ride is usually like $4 or $5 if you book it through Grab or Pass.
That's a massive difference.
Right. It just eliminates the guesswork, helps you avoid getting overcharged, gives you clear pricing right up front.
That observation about the currency, the condition of it, it's actually more than just a practical tip. It's like a direct window into Cambodia's economic history. Its relationship with trust in local institutions, this reliance on pristine U.S. dollars. It isn't just a quirk. It's a legacy tied to periods of hyperinflation in the real and maybe a deep-seated, historically informed distrust in local banking systems.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So the physical integrity of foreign currency becomes paramount, almost a symbol of stability, you see. It's a really stark contrast to a lot of digitally driven economies now. Shows how past financial instability still shapes daily transactions profoundly. And your point on the ride-hailing apps, like Grab, it's not just transparency. It speaks to rapid modernization. It challenges those traditional informal economies where haggling was just, expected. It democratizes access to fair pricing, yeah, but it also subtly shifts the social dynamics between locals and visitors. Streamlines interactions.
That's a really fascinating point. The legacy of hyperinflation showing up in, how they handle cash today. It's exactly those deeper layers we're trying to uncover here. So understanding those practical quirks, like the money thing, it really sets the stage for appreciating Cambodia's deeper historical and cultural landscape. And speaking of layers, nowhere are they more profound and maybe more haunting than in the capital, Phnom Penh. This city, it seems vibrant and modern on the surface, but it carries this truly powerful and, for many Westerners, an often untold historical truth, one that profoundly shaped its identity.
Absolutely. It's impossible to understand Phnom Penh without grappling with its recent past.
Yeah, digging into the history, it's just astonishing how recent it is. Only about 40 years ago, Cambodia endured this brutal genocide. The Khmer Rouge regime systematically killed. Estimates are around a third of the country's population. It's almost incomprehensible. A tragedy so recent, its shadows still stretch across families, communities. For me, the personal impact really hit home. My stepmom, she's from Cambodia, and sadly lost a huge portion of her family during that horrific period. It suddenly wasn't just numbers on a page, you know? It was this deep, personal, intergenerational trauma.
It makes it very real, doesn't it, when you have that personal connection?
Totally. And if you're someone who believes in confronting uncomfortable truths or just understanding history, visiting the killing fields in Phnom Penh is, well, it's a must. It's stark, visceral, a place where tens of thousands were murdered. And tragically, you can still see evidence, like bone fragments, bits of clothing surfacing from the ground after rains. It's intense. It's not an easy visit at all. It's incredibly graphic, but it offers this invaluable, profound, deeply moving perspective on human resilience, I think. And beyond that solemn history, Phnom Penh also has, the dazzling royal palace. The queen still lives there. And it offers some truly delicious, diverse food, reflects its rich cultural tapestry.
It's absolutely crucial, as you say, not just to acknowledge, but to really try and understand the depths of the Cambodian genocide. This tragedy, often kind of marginalized in global history classes, it's central to comprehending Cambodia's remarkable resilience, its modern identity. The Khmer Rouge's radical vision, this agrarian communism, it was fueled partly by the geopolitical turmoil of the Vietnam War spilling over the borders. They aimed to create a classless society by brutally purging intellectuals, urban populations, anyone deemed an enemy. This period didn't just decimate a third of the population, it systematically severed cultural ties, erased societal memory, dismantled institutions. The reverberations are still felt today, profoundly.
Yeah, it's hard to even fathom the scale.
Right. And visiting sites of memory like the killing fields, while, yes, undeniably difficult, it offers an invaluable perspective. It transforms abstract historical facts into a tangible human experience. It compels us to consider how global events, things seemingly distant, can have such devastating local impacts. And it really challenges us, I think, as global citizens to ensure such historical lessons are never, ever forgotten. This isn't just about dark tourism, it's about bearing witness to a recent past that continues to shape a nation's soul.
Wow. That deep historical context from Phnom Penh, it really makes you ponder the immense strength, the resilience of the Cambodian people, and to see that resilience and maybe experience a different, quieter side of the country. Exploring rural Cambodia offers a whole new perspective, and it's surprisingly accessible. You don't have to venture that far from the main cities to find yourself immersed in a totally different rhythm of life.
It's often where you find the most authentic experiences.
Totally. One of the most, heart-filled experiences I've ever had traveling was actually in rural Cambodia. We hired a local driver for the day, incredibly affordable, by the way, and he took us out to this primary school in a small village. And the transformation there was just palpable. Seeing the children so genuinely grateful for their new school building, they were enthusiastically learning English, even getting hands-on experience with computers. It was just incredibly moving, really put so much into perspective. Reminds you of the tangible impact of community development, that universal hope for a better future. It's an authentic glimpse into everyday life, far from the tourist brochures. And if you're looking to explore more temples beyond the main Angkor complex, venturing into the countryside lets you discover these lesser-known gems, like Ta Prohm, for instance, where you'll mostly encounter locals, not big tour groups. It allows for a much more intimate, sort of contemplative experience with ancient history.
That sounds amazing. A different kind of connection.
Exactly. Now, when you're engaging with these local communities, especially in more remote parts of Asia, sometimes basic communication can feel like a bit of a barrier. But it doesn't really have to be. We found tools like the Babbel app incredibly helpful, like really useful. They offer these bite-sized 15-minute lessons created by actual language experts, focusing on practical conversational phrases you can use right away. What's brilliant is you can use it online or offline, and it even provides accent practice, which is actually crucial for really connecting, I think. Imagine being able to confidently order food, ask for directions, or just exchange pleasantries with a local in their own language. Even just a few phrases can unlock entirely new dimensions to your travel experience. I even used it once to practice an Indonesian accent for some credits I needed, which was kind of fun.
Your point about rural exploration and the power of even basic language skills really resonates. It just reminds us how much richer, how much more authentic our experiences can be when we make that deliberate effort to connect directly with local communities, move beyond those superficial interactions. Rural Cambodia, like you highlighted, it offers that genuine glimpse into everyday life, showcasing not just the impact of community development, but also the preservation of traditional customs, ways of living that often get diluted in the cities. It's a testament to the resilience, the enduring spirit of the people. And while, yeah, English is increasingly common in tourist hubs, even a few phrases in Khmer may be facilitated by accessible tools like Babbel. It can bridge cultural gaps, foster a sense of respect, mutual understanding. It transforms a simple trip into a much more profound cultural exchange.
Yeah, it really does make a difference.
It's not just about convenience, it's about validating a culture, creating more meaningful human connections.
Right. So from the heartland, let's pivot now to Cambodia's coastal areas. And here we have a story of really stark contrasts, a true tale of transformation. Sihanoukville, it's a city that was once highly recommended, lively beaches, growing tourism, but now it tells a very, very different story. If you visit today, you'll find this landscape just dramatically transformed by massive and often controversial Chinese development, primarily for casinos. It's become this sprawling construction zone, a labyrinth of dirt and rock roads. Many areas feel oddly deserted or maybe half-finished. For a lot of travelers, it's just not really a destination in itself anymore. It's a city very much in flux, a stark example of rapid, maybe unbridled modernization.
That's happening in quite a few places across the region, unfortunately, that kind of rapid, overwhelming development.
Yeah. But Sihanoukville does serve a crucial purpose now. It's pretty much the gateway to Koh Rong. And Koh Rong is the real revelation here, the jewel in Cambodia's coastal crown, you could say. When you think of Cambodia, maybe world-class beaches aren't the first thing that springs to mind. But Koh Rong, it absolutely delivers. It boasts some of the most stunning white sand, turquoise water beaches I've ever seen, seriously. Rivals those in much more famous and way more expensive destinations. It's an incredibly affordable, kind of exotic adventure, offers a more rustic, laid-back vibe compared to its more developed neighbors.
So the antidote to Sihanoukville almost.
Exactly. We even had this fantastic adventure hiking across the island to Long Beach. Got a local guide, Johnny. It was this unforgettable journey through lush jungle, past hidden coves. We even encountered families of monkeys along the way. It's that raw, untamed beauty that truly sets Koh Rong apart, makes it an unmissable part of the Cambodian experience, I think.
That contrast between Sihanoukville and Koh Rong, it provides a really powerful illustration of the profound challenges and also the opportunities that face developing nations in Southeast Asia. Sihanoukville exemplifies how quickly a region can transform under the influence of large-scale foreign investment, often with mixed results, frankly, for local communities and the environment. This rapid development, while, yeah, it brings some economic growth, it also raises these really important questions about sustainability, infrastructure strain, preserving local character. Makes you consider that delicate balance, between economic development and environmental stewardship.
Definitely a tough balancing act.
And then you have Koh Rong, which sort of offers a glimpse of what's at stake, that pristine beauty that draws travelers in the first place. So the challenge becomes, how do we harness the benefits of tourism and development without irrevocably altering the natural beauty, the local authenticity that makes places like Koh Rong so special? It's this continuous tension, progress versus preservation, and it shapes the future of these kinds of destinations.
Absolutely. It's like a living lesson in how fast places can change. And speaking of unforgettable destinations, we absolutely have to finish our deep dive with the icons, the unmissable places that define so much of Cambodia's global image. First, there's Siem Reap, an absolutely fantastic city. I describe it as a must-see, especially if you're backpacking. It's this vibrant hub just brimming with culture, an incredible array of restaurants, really cool hostels too, like Mad Monkey, for instance. Fantastic, affordable party hostel if you're looking to meet people, soak in that social atmosphere. Though, maybe not if you're aiming for an early night.
Fair warning.
Right, it just offers that perfect blend, historical gateway and lively modern city. And then, of course, we arrive at the crown jewel of Cambodia, the monumental reason so many people make the journey. Angkor Wat. This isn't just a temple, it's the largest religious monument in the entire world. An architectural marvel, astounding scale, intricate detail. It's just, wow, it's so significant, it's literally on the Cambodian flag. And even on their local beer. You know a monument's made it when it's part of your national identity and your happy hour.
That's a good point. It's truly iconic.
It really is an absolute must-see in Asia, a testament to the ancient Khmer Empire's spiritual power, their artistic prowess. I visited for sunrise a couple of years back. And yeah, you're definitely jostling for space with thousands of other eager travelers. It's crowded, but the experience. As the sun slowly illuminates those ancient towers, it's absolutely breathtaking, truly spiritual, even with the crowds.
The sunrise is legendary despite the people.
It is. But this time around, we opted for sunset. And here's a fantastic money-saving tip for you listening. A standard entry pass to the whole Angkor complex usually costs $37 for a single day. Plus, you'll probably pay around $20 for a tuk-tuk driver to take you around the vast temple grounds. It's huge. However, if you arrive after 5:30 p.m., you can actually get in for free and enjoy the sunset.
Oh, really? Free entry?
Yeah. Free after 5:30 p.m. for sunset. We specifically recommend heading straight to Phunam Bokeng Temple. Many consider it the best spot for panoramic views. It lets you soak in the atmosphere, witness that incredible changing light over the ancient structures. You even get a bit of a sneak peek for the next day's exploration, maybe, all without spending a dime on entry for that evening view. It's a smart way to experience this wonder.
You know what you've highlighted about Angkor Wat there perfectly illustrates that the most profound experiences often are shaped not just by what you see, but by how and when you choose to see it. Angkor Wat is so much more than just an architectural marvel. It's a profound cultural, spiritual centerpiece for Cambodia. It embodies the very essence of national pride, history, the enduring legacy of the Khmer Empire. Its sheer scale, those intricate details, they reflect this incredibly sophisticated ancient civilization, one that commanded vast resources, possessed incredible artistic vision. And your tip about leveraging flexible travel planning, like for the free sunset entry, that's invaluable. It just underscores how smart travel choices can enrich an experience without necessarily needing a bigger budget. It's about being strategic, maximizing value, and maybe allowing more people to connect with these incredibly significant historical cultural sites, while also, hopefully, managing the immense pressures of mass tourism on what is ultimately a fragile, ancient wonder. That delicate balance again. Access, preservation, experience, the global challenge for heritage sites.
Wow. Yeah. What an incredible journey we've just taken together thinking about all this. We've navigated everything from those surprising currency quirks, the tragic, deeply recent history of Phnom Penh, to the unexpected rapid construction transforming Sihanoukville, the pristine, kind of hidden beaches of Koh Rong, and finally to the majestic, world-renowned wonder of Angkor Wat. You listening now have, I hope, a truly solid foundation for understanding the complex, beautiful, resilient layers that make Cambodia a truly unique and impactful destination. So what does this all mean for us then?
Well, Cambodia is, I think, in essence, a country of incredible contrasts, sometimes jarring contrasts. It's where ancient history exists not just alongside, but deeply intertwined with rapid modernization, where profound sorrow is balanced by this immense natural beauty and an absolutely indomitable spirit of resilience. It's a place that kind of asks you to engage deeply with its past, its sometimes painful past, to truly appreciate its vibrant present and its hopeful future. This whole journey prompts us to consider, maybe, how does a nation's ability to confront and integrate its past, even its darkest moments, allow its true character and future potential to really emerge? And perhaps it also leaves us pondering what other countries around the globe hold such unexpected layers. Layers of history, natural wonder, just patiently waiting to be truly discovered, truly understood beyond those typical well-trodden tourist trails. It's really an invitation, isn't it, to look deeper, always.